Hello everybody, welcome to a World of Warship Blitz battle, and here we are in Tier 4, the Tier 4 Tech Tree battleship, the Orion. So this is a British battleship. I'm not doing a stats review video because it's in between the Iron Duke and the Blerathon. Let's do a gameplay and we can do stats reviews, some of the higher tier ships. Let's just see how it plays out. Okay, so here we are. Right, we're on the right flank, which means I need to turn my guns to the right so that when I am bring the guns to bear, I am heading towards the middle and defending our capture zone. There is a destroyer to my left who is, don't know what he's doing. He is a V160. This map has a tendency for there to be flanking destroyers, which is going to be a bit of a shame for the flanking destroyer if that, there he is, we can see him ahead of us, heading in behind that island. I was going to say it was going to be a bit of a shame for that flanking destroyer because basically, yeah, well, let's put it this way. If he doesn't know about British battleships and British HE, then he's going to learn about it. In fact, I'm going to slow down. He's going to pop around this side of the island and we're going to be waiting for him. Now, one of the things that I will say about this ship is it is extremely sluggish on the turn. So when that guy lets loose with torpedoes, we're going to have real problems dodging. If he lets loose with torpedoes, okay, there he is. He's going to turn in. He's already fired his torpedoes. There we go. Let's give him something to basically write home about. Very unfriendly out here is probably what he's saying. He's going to ram that island. Or can we land some shots on him? No. Okay, I've lost my V170. I have quite a lot of unfriendly ships out there. Gee, my help is on the wrong side of that island, definitely. So, oh, well, that wasn't particularly helpful. So now I have to worry about this, which is a deny, which I should probably be using AP, because if I was using AP, I'd wipe him out. What's that Mitsuki doing? Right. He's going to go in reverse, is he? I know. I'm very much alone out here. Sorry for the lack of description here, guys. Just focusing on not dying. Right, okay then. Well, this is a little fairer. What's he going to try and do? Oh, yeah, okay then. That's nice. Let's get some speed up. Oh, you are turning broadside. That's pretty amazing. Very brave. Gotta love that good old-fashioned. Let's see whether or not he's fired torpedoes, which he probably has. Oh, he's done a fairly smart job of firing his torpedoes. He's going to try and fire them off the other side. Let's get some defences going here. Oh, that's pretty going to be painful. Okay. We'll nose in towards that Wyoming. Slow down. Whew. I've got to survive 48 seconds like this. That's going to be a trick. Okay. The guns are glacial in their rotation. While so just so that you know, I've the equipment bonus I've selected for the ship. Oh, that was a bit of a shame. The equipment bonus I'd selected for the ship was the plus 20% turret traverse, and the elite bonus I'd selected for the ship was plus 20% turret traverse, so I sort of hoped for better. So, okay then, so from an agility perspective, not great, although that's how I felt about the Warspite to start with, and I did grow into it a little bit. That is the Tier 4 Orion. I think, bearing in mind, I sort of held that flank on my own, I think I'll keep that one and put it up so that you guys can see the ship in action. So, yeah, sorry about a bit of radio silence in the middle there. We will take a quick look at the ship, just so that people can see what it's capable of. So, yeah, I mean, it does a reasonable amount of damage, obviously, in that battle, but that's because I had a lot of attention. I have fired HE. Now let's go have a look at some relevant details. Right, so 30,000 hit points. Let's go pull up some other Tier 4s. So 30,000 hit points. Have I got American? Okay, no, I haven't. Right, sorry about that. 30,000 hit points. I think some of the other ships may come in a bit less than that because they haven't been elited yet. So I'm not sure if that's going to be particularly fair comparison. No, I haven't. I don't think I've deleted any of these. Citadel protection, flooding and fire resistance, and damage reduction, torpedo reduction, all in the 10%, which is on par with the other ships, non-elated. Perhaps a little bit behind the Kaiser there. Speed, so elite status doesn't have anything to do with speed. 21 knots is Tier 4, so that's not too bad. Maximum traverse speed 5.2 degrees per second. We'd expect to be better than the Wyoming because, oh no, the Wyoming's got a little bit of work done to it, hasn't it? Have I deleted that? No, I haven't. So that Wyoming is, yeah, it's got one speed module. It's much slower, so it's the Orion's quicker. 21 knots without 5% speed boost, whereas the Wyoming at 18 point something knots is much slower. The Ishizuchi is 24 knots, so that's obviously the speed demon. So the Orion sort of middle of the pack with the Kaiser. The guns, 22-second reload. They did seem a touch slow, but I wonder if that's just on par with everything else. No, they are slower. 11-kilometre range, which isn't great. 12% HE damage, which is nice, and 1,000 main HE damage versus 1,300 close to AP damage. I think the closest comparison there would be the Ishizuchi, which would probably improve. I'm not sure that would quite bring it up to the same levels. Maybe it would. Certainly the fire chance at 12% puts it at the top of the heap. Turret traverse speed 5.76 degrees per second. Let's go compare it with some of these other ones. Okay, well it's not too bad. Plus 20%, so I'd hate to think of what it was without that plus 20 and the two plus 20% bonuses. Secondary guns are 12 of them 4.62 kilometre range, Tier 4. 4 point kilometre range is not unheard of, so it's basically fairly average, nothing like the Kaiser, of course. 12 of them, so that'll be 6 aside, and 200 damage, 2% fire chance. So the secondaries, well, the dispersion on them look pretty shocking, to be honest, but the main guns were pretty tight. It's got some AA. It's probably about all I can really comment on. But it's got quite good AA to be compared to Ishizuchi. Obviously, yeah, it's got good AA, but good AA at tier 4 is like 13 small caliber AA damage, so go figure. It has a detection circle at 10 kilometres, which is, yeah, maybe better than other battleships, but yeah, as soon as you open fire with your guns, that's it, it's all over. What are the options you've got here? Torpedo damage reduction, which, to be fair, I could have used some of in that battle, and it is sluggish, so it may actually be worth considering. The main battery reverse B plus 20%, it is sluggish, so that's definitely worth considering as well. It comes with a relatively lightweight set of missions. Play 5 battle, shouldn't take too long. Win 5 battle shouldn't take too long, and then you'll be on the tier 5, the Iron Duke, which if you've bought the Blitz pass, you'll have anyway. So there you go, the tier 4 Orion, which is starting to show a bit of a theme. Having played this, the tier 4, the tier 6 and the tier 7, the tier 5, I didn't feel that sluggishness, but I do feel that they are sluggish on the turn. So they're not particularly agile ships, so that's something to be a bit careful about. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Sorry. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.